Hi everyone, my name is Clément. I'm French, I live in Bordeaux. This is my first video, and since I've seen that there is a lot of videos about coming out in English, I decided to make mine in English too, and maybe later I will make another one in French. So I'll make it quick because I'm not quite good with videos. Sorry if I don't look at the camera or you. It's like it's my first, I think. Well, I came out a long time ago when I was 11. I was in high school, first class in high school in French system, and I fell out for a boy, a Chinese boy, my age, and I literally fell in love. And I did realize that I was in love, but I didn't make the link with the word being in love with a guy when you're a guy and being homosexual. I've always loved or liked men before, but I didn't realize that the friend of my mother's I knew that were gay were like me, or me be like them. So this was the first time I realized that being gay is loving the same sex. And since then, I told my psychiatrist at the time I was it, and he told me that I was delusional. I didn't know, I couldn't know what I was, and he said I must wait. I told my best friend, and that's all for the first year. I kept my secret, but I liked it. I didn't feel rejected at all, and that came further. I went in Catholic education school, high school, and there I felt comfortable with the people, and I didn't feel like being gay was wrong. I was not really Catholic at all. Since I was 10, I was reading about Buddhism, so became a little Buddhist before the time. And I told my mother when I was 12 or 13, I think. She took it pretty well. She had already few friends who were gay, so she presented me as gay to them, and she hoped that they would guide me to the right way and not to the stereotype way of being gay. That worked pretty well, actually. Sorry for my accent. I confuse sound sometimes. And after that, when I was 14, there was kind of a mistake made by my mother to my teachers. I went so I didn't tell you, the guy I was in love in first class. I went to the 4 next classes with him. I got that chance to be in the same class with him till the end of high school. And in quatrième, so middle class of high school, my grades felt down, and his too, because I kept watching him and staring him, and I was fascinated by him. So I wasn't working anymore. But as he was the best student of the class, he got still pretty good grades, and I wasn't. So my mother was convoked by the teachers, and she said, the teacher said to my mother, "Well, I know, I have kids too. I see it's a love problem. You can tell me." And my mother said, "Yeah, but he's not like the other kids." And those teachers knew before I knew they knew, and they interviewed me and said to me that I could trust them, so they wanted me to explain them what I feel, what I felt for this boy, and I did. I trust them, yeah. And after that, I regret it, because 2 weeks after that, the director, I don't know if it's the right word, the leader of the high school, the principal, convoked me in her office and said me that it was wrong, that I should keep it to myself and never talk it about in the high school. So that was it. And a few weeks after that, a math teacher, came to me in a hall and said to me that I should be ashamed to announce myself as gay at my age, that it wasn't appropriate. But I didn't say anything to anyone. I just said to 1 or 2 teachers and the principal. So I was so shocked that I decided on a trip that my year's class had to make to Ireland. I decided to make my coming out on the way to Ireland on a boat. We were on a boat, not many money, so not fly. And well, I did it on the way to Ireland to my friends, and on the way back, I told everyone that I was gay, and then I kind of start observing changing patterns in the way people behaved with me. First, most of the boys said, "Oh, it doesn't bother me." And a few months after, next year, they began to say, "It doesn't bother me, but if you can stay away, it'd be better." And then a few months later, I experienced the first blood thing. Well, I was pretty tall. I'm about 2 meters high, so I don't know about in feet. I don't know what size it is in feet. Okay. And at that time I was about 1 meters 80, so I wasn't the kind of guy you hit, you bullied easily, but I was kind of rejected. And you see, the guys at my time were using their time to chase girls and try to touch their parts. And as a response, I make myself the defender of girls and did the same to them, to the boys. So I tried to touch their parts in the game for about a year, last year. And then during that year, I told it to my father. I saw that it wasn't a problem for him, but kinda difficult to admit that I'm his only son, and I may not be carry his name to the next generation. I have a sister, but she won't carry his name to the next generation. So I kind of felt some problems with that. After that, I went to real high school. We have different small high school and big high school. Don't know if you had that in the USA. So for the 3 next years to the baccalaureate, I went to a bigger high school, not Catholic, and there I did assume myself and that was quite an experience, but maybe I shall make another video about that. Thank you for watching, and please comment.